So Andy's here, he's got a ginormous northern. It's probably 15 pounds. There he is. Yeah, baby, look at that. Hey, Andy, how's that?
First fish.
Yeah, baby. I would say that's probably 15 pounds, maybe.
I'm milking it right now.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to take a picture of you. That is fish number 105 for the day. You got to hold that bad boy up over here. Yeah, that's 105 for the day. It's a nice fish, Andy. Hey, what'd you catch that off?
Black buzzbait.
Yeah, why don't you give me a show? Water temperature's about 55 degrees. I told him he was wasting his time. And yet again, he kind of proved me wrong. Good fish,
Okay,
bud.
so here's me and Craig.
Can you help us? We're under assault. We've had numerous bass as big as this canoe attacking us, and we're damn near out of lures. Can you come save us? Can you come get us and save us?
We're on Pauline. Don't necessarily have the coordinates, but I'll give them to you.
Yeah. Probably the best bass lake in the world right now.
So Craig, this is day 5. It's Monday. It was a pretty tough push into this lake, into our campsite, and fishing's been kind of slow. But yesterday, Andy and I caught 109 on this lake, so we decided to come back. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful. We saw 2 bald eagles just flew right over our head, and it's about as magnificent as you want. If we can keep the cloud cover in but the rain out, it could be a magnificent day.
Yeah, we came back to Pauline. We normally don't come back over to a lake like this, especially we got 110 pretty brutal portage to get in here, but I think the fishing's going to be pretty good, so we're going to try it.
And as you can tell, it's pretty crowded out here. We have our own private lake. As every lake we've been on, we've seen nobody, so pretty spectacular.
So what do you think of the trip?
Trip is magnificent. 27 days, and how many portages do we have? 9, 10 portages that first day?
Yeah.
That was pretty robust.
27 miles.
27 miles. That was pretty robust. But outside of that, it's been magnificent. The food, we've had steaks, we've had red beans and rice, we've had pancakes for breakfast. A little cocoa at night with maybe a little
rum in it.
Little hooch there.
Yeah. So for folks, we basically we self-permitted in Ely. Our plans were to go up to Prairie Portage, get our permit the day before, but since the park was closed, we pulled a permit from our outfitter. He had a permit envelope, so we did our permitting there. Our outfitter took us up the Echo Trail to Mudrow. We put in at Mudrow, came up through Tin Can Mike and Sand Pit, and then we came into Horse. So we took the Horse River to Lower Basswood Falls. Then we came up into Robinson, and then from Robinson we followed the Tuck River and did the Deer.
There was a no-name lake first.
No-name, Deer, Cecil, into McIntyre, all in one day.
It was about 13 hours with about 20 minutes for lunch.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but we chose to do that because it saves us an entire day and really 2 days for fishing. Yeah. And that's what we're doing with this fishing trip.
Well, and this is, when you do that much work, you got white collar problems. So this is duct tape on my thumb because the bass are ripping my thumb apart. So that's what's called a white collar problem right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, man. Well, I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to get to fishing. Here we are. Craig's hooked up with a nice largemouth. Might go 4 or 5 pounds. So I dug my camera out to get a little video of him. Now let's see if he lands it on camera. No pressure. Get him up. Oh yeah, look at that fish, boys. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
I don't think he goes 5, Craig, but he's close.
Oh, he feels like definitely 5.
So here, well, you know what? We de-lie everything, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to put my phone down. We'll put my camera down and we'll go for it. So here we are on the McIntyre campsite, and here's the tent pads here are a little tight together. There's 4 pads here. There's Andy putting some stuff away. There's 3 or 4 pads here. They're all right together. They're all wooded and on pine, which makes them pretty nice. But I'm afraid they'll be wet. So Andy, what do you think of this site?
Not too bad, as long as the wind's in the right direction.
Bugs have been a little bad here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they've been awful.
So how was fishing today?
Pretty good. Found a couple of spots on Pauline's, and we had 109 fish yesterday. Had a little shorter day today and managed 40. So.
Yeah, the fishing's been kind of slow. The last 3 or 4 days were slow, but yesterday we found solid fish, and today we found solid fish. They're all on Pauline, and they're all largemouth, and it's been pretty good fishing over there. Water's probably 10 or 12 degrees cooler.
On Lake Robinson, being an experienced guy, I'm here with the new guy. I've been here about 25 times. And this is Dave. Dave's a newbie. Dave, what are your thoughts on the fishing and the life here at camp and that sort of stuff? What are your thoughts? Dave's overwhelmed. He can't really say much, but we kind of teach him how to, you know, fish a little bit with that super fluke and get on in there, and then he rigged up a real nice tube jig, and he got it backwards, and he called it a Rasta rig, and that caught a couple fish, right?
Yeah.
What, a couple pounds?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, Dave's fidgeting around a little bit because the black flies have been brutal.
You know the old saying, you got a dark rainy cloud following you around? That's what Dave's got. Dave's got a dark cloud of flies and mosquitoes that are following him.
This is May 27th, May 28th, and we come this time of year to miss the mosquitoes and miss the black flies and be ahead of it. 2 weeks ago there was 20 inches of ice on these lakes. Now, they've warmed up quite well, but unfortunately, the black flies and mosquitoes have warmed up quite well, too. So, they've been brutal. Now, they haven't been so bad on the portages. You know, they were pretty bad, but, you know, they're portages.
I did want to mention, we were in McIntyre. The water was really, really cold here. The water's probably 20 degrees warmer. A lot more action from the smallmouth. They're starting to head for the pre-spawn, would you say? I know it's your first year, but would you say it's like pre-spawn activity?
Yes.
Yeah, so, and you'd anticipate them to spawn after that?
Yes.
That's why it's called pre-spawn. If you have any questions, you can contact George White at Geofishing.
Okay, so here we are with John Chmielewski, Chimmy.
Showing you the finer things in the camp. You have your basic cherry cheesecake here. We really rough it. Yeah, it's a tough place. And you know, you just sometimes you just have to put up with the rough things in life. You know, when you come out here and you know, go in the woods, and you don't have any of the pleasures of home.
Yeah, you know, a lot of guys come up here thinking they're going to lose weight. When you come on our trips, you usually gain 20 pounds. Now, you still portage, you know, 8,000 miles over the trip, but we eat good. We generally try to bring in some desserts. And here we got the cheesecake.
There you go.
We generally try to bring in some desserts. We bring in some steaks, bring in some nice food. We had fish today. We did fried fish, and we did blackened fish, and we did stovetop and mashed potatoes. And the bugs are kind of dying down a little bit. Of course.
Bugs? What bugs? There's no bugs. There's no bugs out
You know,
here.
Steve's got a net on. It's been kind of tough. And just check out this spectacular fire pit.
Woo, that is spectacular.
We're on an island campsite on Robinson, and it's not a bad site.
Am I seeing a fireplace?
Okay, here's my water system that I use here in the Boundary Waters. Tell you what, if you're looking for any method to do water in a camp, the platypus water system is pretty good. Here's my dirty water bag, and it goes through my filters, and it comes through my clean water bag, and there's my 2.5 gallon water container. Now, This will filter water in about 5 minutes. They work really well. You know, filter two 4-liter bags and dump it in the 2.5 gallon container and filter 2 more. You've done it in 30 minutes and you have water all day. These are fantastic filters. On this trip we had some tannic water on a couple of our lakes and I've had to back flush it a couple times, but other than that they work fantastic. Here's just a beautiful little video of our sunset here. See the black flies flying in front of my camera. It's been crazy. Okay, so Andy, here we are on Robinson Lake. We've been pounding 3.5, 4-pound fish. The 3.5 pounders. We haven't gotten any 4 pounders. Finding them on the nest. What do you think?
Pretty cool. Well, it's hot, but
yeah,
we're having fun.
Yeah, it's been a pretty hot day. It's probably mid-80s. We've caught a few northern, caught 45 or so smallmouth. We haven't caught any smallmouth. I mean, we've caught mostly, I would say,
everything's been over 2 pounds.
2.5, 3 pounds, and we've probably got 20 over 3, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say about half. We're
throwing a rainbow trout colored swim bait, and they're just destroying it. Bonus is we've caught a walleye, and hopefully we'll get another walleye. It'd be nice to have a walleye dinner tonight.
Delicious.
Yeah. So Andy, you want to come back?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some of our buddies up here. Okay.
So my name is Carp Craig. I'm a big carp fisherman here on Robinson Lake, and I'd like to show you my carp. What I do is I bottom rig with hot dogs, and I go right down the center channel. And I'd like to show you this carp. Can't wait to fry this thing up. What I do is I bring a board with me, and then I kind of put a lot of salt and pepper on it, and I cook it right over the fire. I cut it off, and I chuck the fish into the water, and I eat the board.
So what is that, Craig?
This is a lake trout.
Was about 6 pounds?
I would say, if it's 6, it's all day long 6. Feels a little heavier to me.
Yeah, we're on Robinson Lake, and Andy and I caught 49 today, and Craig and Dave caught 51.
Yeah, mostly smallies.
Caught smallmouth, northerns, walleye, lake trout,
on Robinson.
bass. Caught all 5 here. You know, caught the grand slam on this lake.
Here's the walleye right here that we saved, and we threw some stuff back. There's the walleye and the smallie right there. This swim slam.
It's going to be good food tonight. So after a long day of portaging, this is what we do. We get our head in the water at Basswood Falls. This ought to be nice and refreshing. Here we are at Lower Basswood Falls, and this water is really whirling through here today. The last time I was through here, didn't have this much volume, and we were able to get a little lower, but this water is just screaming. As you can see, it's coming through pretty hard. It's a beautiful area. Man, it's been hot today. It's probably 85, 86 degrees out, and we're coming all the way from Robinson Lake, and we're hoping to get the horse. Get a campsite on Horse or Mud Road, Tin Can Mike, somewhere around there. But it's been a long, hard push.